Hey y'all, it's me, YouTuber Tosarat, back at it again with a crazy video, and today I have a mic. Whoa. Okay, wait, but today I'm gonna do a different kind of video. I don't know if you've seen these types of videos, but it's basically, if you ever heard of this tiny little, book series called Warrior Cats. There's this fan-made game about it called Clan Gen, and I like that game a lot, and also, I wanted to participate in this trend of videos, because I really like watching them, and it's fun to design characters and just have fun with the storyline. But yeah, so I did the 1 year Clan Gen thing. Welcome to bearclan. Okay, we're gonna start out with StarClan. The spirit guide or whatever was Falconstar, which was very interesting because that means she was a leader because she's named Falconstar. So Falconstar was the leader of bearclan before Inkstar. She died old and content and was very close with Inkstar. I don't really have much to say about Falconstar. I kind of forgot about her and didn't check on her throughout the playthrough, so I'll look out for her more next time if I make another one of these videos. Also, I did this kind of lineless style with her because I actually drew her last, and at this point I was like messing around with this kind of lineless style, and I decided to do it just because like she never really was alive in the playthrough, so she's kind of like just a spirit, you know, so maybe she's a bit faded, so she looks a bit different. I don't know, something like that. Weedbotch, I don't know, he has so much lore behind him, and it's literally just because his name includes the prefix weed, and I thought it would be funny to go off of that. So in the game, it told us that he died inside the camp, like not inside the camp, like inside the territory, like they just found him dead, and I decided to just make an entire story behind that. So here's the lore drop. Weedbotch was killed by, okay, you just gotta stick with me. Weedbotch was killed by catnip dealers, which are kitty pets and loners who take catnip from human owners and then deal it in exchange for things such as food, herbs, stolen things, or services. And Weedbotch is a bit of a silly guy and kept putting off paying his debt because I made it so that he was very bad at procrastinating and being too laid back and not taking things too seriously. So one day he decided to go hunting by himself early in the morning, and he was jumped and cornered by some of the dealers / the servicees. He was killed, but not without putting up a fight, and he injured many before he died. I actually drew a thing of Weedbotch being found by the leader and the medicine cat, who you haven't seen yet, but yeah. Warning, there's like blood, but it's very cartoony, it's nothing like crazy. So I'll put that up on screen. And there it is again with the lineless style. I decided to have, with like events like this, to like do a kind of different style, so it looks kind of video game-esque, just, you know, for the fun of it. So yeah, there's that. And the thing is, what I found interesting was that the only person who really truly mourned him was the leader Inkstar, who you'll see in a moment. I'm just gonna say it now. Later that same year, he announced that he was gonna have kids, and also don't ask me how that works if it's fine, you know, it's a game about cats, it's fine, we'll just pretend, okay? What happened in the game was Inkstar announced that he was gonna have kids, and Oak Ears, the medicine cat, who I just put up on screen, stepped up and was like, oh, I'm the other father, these are my kids. But I think he was lying to protect Inkstar and Weedbotch, because I 100% believe Weedbotch was the other dad. Guys, just stick with me. Just because one of the kids who was born looks exactly like Weedbotch, and Inkstar named him Weedkit. So like, he's not even trying to pretend at this point. Maybe I'll put that stuff up on screen, but I thought that was really funny. But it's really nice of Oak Ears. He stepped up as the other adoptive father, and what I think is gonna happen is Oak Ears will tell the kids that he's their other father until they're like old enough to understand what happened with their actual other father. So yeah, we'll see. I also made it so that Inkstar and the rest of the clan are unaware of the catnip dealers, so they don't really know how he died. They just assumed it was from another clan. A lot of fun information on the second cat we're drawing. Another thing about Weedbotch, he has a weed symbol on his chest. Another thing I forgot to mention about our good old guy Weedbotch is that the plants that I surrounded him with, I originally searched up what weed plants look like, and then I remembered that human weed and cat weed are two different things, so I had to redraw it, and that's what those purple flowers are, I'm pretty sure, and that's also what was laid on him in that one drawing I showed. That's all on Weedbotch, I swear, no more talking about Weedbotch. Driftwood was not here for very long, and I think the game glitched because when we found, I'm pretty sure when we found Driftwood, it was one of those prompts where it was like, oh, you found a kitty pet who was like abandoned by their owners or something like that, and he had a broken back. I remember this specifically. He had a broken back from being run over by the car, right? And that's what he died from later on in the year. But in the game, for some reason, it says he's from another clan. I don't know if I'm gonna ignore that or do something with it, but for now I'm just gonna say he was a kitty pet. That's also why he looks kind of miniature. Maybe he's like a specific type of breed, like those munchkin breeds. And also just having fun with his design. Poor Driftwood. I really liked his name, and I don't know if you can tell, but I tried to make him look kind of like he was dunked in a river and then taken out, like he's soaked or something. The poor guy, he didn't really get to do much because he had a broken back for the entire, I think, half a year he was in the clan. I feel bad for him, but I think he'll be fine in Star Clan. So the next one is Inkstar, who is the current leader of the clan. So far, he hasn't done too much. He's kind of a bit of not a jerk, but he's a bit less patient with like younger cats. And the only major thing that's happened is the stuff with Weedbotch. Inkstar is a very good leader. I think he was a leader when he was pretty young, so he's struggling with that on top of all the stuff with Weedbotch. Like, he has to calm down the rest of the clan from freaking out because they all think he was murdered by like other clan members. So he has to deal with that while also having 2 new kids with him. And also, I just want to mention that this drawing of him looks kind of goofy because I was very rusty with digital art. If you look at my other videos, I haven't done a digital art video before, and I haven't done digital art a good 6 months, so that's probably a lie, but I don't know. Yeah, so Inkstar, nothing much to say about that guy. He's gay, I guess. Also, I'm pretty sure he likes not only Weedbotch, but he also liked Prickle, the deputy, and also Oak Ears, the medicine cat. So bro is he's just crazy like that. Yeah. Okay, the next one is the deputy Prickle, who so far he's just been really, I don't know how to describe it. He's been very, sounds so stupid, but he's been very flirtatious with literally everyone ever. He's just running around just messing with everyone. As you can see, I kind of struggled with his design because, again, I was pretty rusty with digital art, and I had a specific idea of what he should look like. I don't know if I executed it, but it's fine, whatever. But yeah, I think I restarted the drawing at some point, but that's fine. Nothing much has happened with Prickle. He's fine. He's not like, he's perfectly fine in his deputy position. He's fine with Inkstar. He's good to the clan. But yeah, just watch Prickle be drawn. Next is Oak Ears, the medicine cat, who has been giving me a lot of mixed signals because I remember him being kind of a jerk to everyone, but then also being really kind to them at the same time. So I think he's struggling to work with the other cats, but he's also trying his best, I guess. I remember a specific time where I sent him and Weedbotch out on a patrol, and he was in a bad mood, and so Weedbotch tried to cheer him up, and he was just like, piss off, dude. I'm not in the mood for your antics. So yeah, he was mean to Weedbotch, and I'm sure he regrets that now that Weedbotch is dead. I'm also pretty sure he had a thing for Weedbotch. I don't know. They're all gay for each other or something. Maybe it's the new update. I don't know if you knew this, but there's a new update in Clan Gen where cats can be polyamorous. I think that's pretty sick. Or maybe that could have been a thing, but now it's not, as Weedbotch is dead. Okay, and now we're on to Darkspots, who is another one of my favorites, who also has a bit of lore behind him. So Darkspots was found by, I actually kind of forgot, so I just kind of made it up. I'm pretty sure I'm right though, but Darkspots was found by the leader Inkstar and Weedbotch while they were out on patrol, and I actually drew a depiction of that, so here you go. And also here's some close-ups because you can't really see that well. Darkspots in his history said that he was disowned. He used to be a medicine cat for another clan, but was cast out, and I think it's pretty obvious it's probably because he has kits. And also, I want to say he's transgender, so that's important too. The wrote down was Darkspots was disowned from his previous clan due to the fact that he had children of his own, and he was a medicine cat, and they are still kind of like against that. He was not only a medicine cat, but he was transgender. And what I came up with was his father was the leader of this clan and would not have it because he's transphobic. I guess cats are transphobic in this universe. And seeing as he had the authority to, he cast Darkspots out. And he hid it behind the fact that Darkspots had children. The rest of the clan disagreed with this decision, but they could do little to stop his banishment. I'm pretty sure some of the cats thought he was like strange and his behavior was strange. So I think he's maybe a bit reclusive towards the clan so far. He doesn't really see himself as part of the clan just yet, and so everyone else is kind of just like tiptoeing around him. But I think he has potential. He's a very good guy so far. He's just running around chilling and stuff, so. Okay, the next one is Elderfeather, and I also have not much to say about him besides for the fact that he is one of the oldest members, if not the oldest member, and he's kind of like the crabby old grandpa of the group. Like he enjoys being a warrior. He likes being on patrols and stuff, but he does not like taking care of or leading younger cats. He finds them annoying. He kind of has that old crabby grandpa look, which I didn't even notice until I looked back on it and stuff, which I think is funny. Really not much to say about him besides I kind of struggled with his design because he had a harder design, but yeah, you just watch me draw him, I guess, and speed it up. The next cat is Windcatcher, who kind of draw in a sad kind of pose because towards the end of the year, she confessed her undying love to one of the other cats, and the other cat denied her, even though they both like each other. I have no clue why the other cat, well actually I do have a clue why the other cat said no, but her design is mainly based off her name and also the fact that she's a fast runner. I was gonna make her more spindly looking, but like I decided against it because I wanted to. And apparently, these are the notes that I wrote down. You guys are getting first-hand notes that I wrote down while I was playing the game. It says, cold, dismisses apprentices, and worms. So I have no clue what that means. That's Windcatcher. She probably has one of my more favorite designs, I guess. Also, I want to say that the flowers and like stuff around the cats that I draw have meaning for the most part, or they're just like related to their name or something. But yeah, Windcatcher has these specific type of flowers I forgot the name of, and the other cat that she confessed to have the same flowers actually, and the flowers mean lesbians. So that's Windcatcher. That's the main thing that you should remember about Windcatcher: lesbian and worms. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, the next one is Birdcall, who I also really like her design. It's probably one of my favorite designs. Decided to draw her with that kind of slope nose. I don't know what they're called, the Oriental short hair cats. She's kind of like that, but different because this is definitely not original, but I like to do that with cats that have like a bird prefix or suffix or whatever, because, you know, birds have a beak and a slope nose. Kind of looks like a beak. A lot of people do that with Ravenpaw too, which I think is cool. Anyways, the main things about Birdcall is that she is actually the one that rejected Windcatcher, which when I saw that, because it came up as like one of those prompts where it was like, Windcatcher confessed to Birdcall, but she said no. And I was like, why? Because I was literally shipping them so hard and they loved each other, and then Birdcall was like, no. And so my explanation was that she didn't want to settle down yet, and she probably would just like, just ask me later, okay, in like a year or something, because Birdcall just wants to be a bit carefree for a bit longer. I think they're both about 4 years old by now, so they're adult. She wasn't ready, I guess. What I wrote down was maybe she's a nervous cat and doesn't want to commit right now because she's young, maybe, but poor Windcatcher. So yeah, that's what I wrote down. She got injured trying to protect Driftwood from a dog, so maybe Driftwood didn't have a broken back, because he wouldn't have been able to go on patrol. I have no clue, man. Whatever. I need to take better notes next time. And also, she snores. So those are the important things about Birdcall. Moving on. Now we're on to the cats who were like kits when we first started the clan, when I first started the clan. So first is Dryber, who I think at the very first moon was bullying one of the other younger cats, who I'll go over in a sec, but I think that's really funny that was her first impression. I think she used to be kind of mean, but now she's grown into a bit of a, she's grown to regret being mean, you know. She was like that childhood bully turned friend type of thing. I think she's a bit embarrassed of her past behavior. Not too much to say about her besides the fact that I need to redo her pelt because it kind of looks kind of jumbled. I like it, but it looks kind of jumbled. It's gonna be a pain to redraw it every time, so. Oh, also, it took me like a bajillion years just to get her pose right, and that you're probably seeing that right now, but I redid her pose like 5 times or something. And one of the notes I put down for Dryber was that she was going crazy, so I don't know why that would have been, but yeah, that's Dryber. The next one is Fluffroot, who I've decided was kind of kept to herself, mainly because of the way that Dryber acted when the clan first started. But that actually changed as she grew up, because in one of the time skips or whatever, we see that she was like messing around and playing with Darkspots' children. She gave them a badger ride, which I'll put up. I actually drew, so I'll put it up on the screen. I think at the end of the year, she got injured by a dog. Also, I made her a Persian cat. I don't know how she'd be a Persian cat, because those have to be like bred or something. I don't know, there's like a specific type of breed. I just got those vibes from her. She's a Persian cat. Next is Hopeheart, who has like the most main character-y name ever. Hopeheart so far is just a sweetheart, like her name. She doesn't really do anything. She was the one that was getting bullied by what's her face, Dryber, and she's grown to be kind of not cold but just indifferent to Dryber. Another thing is I kind of struggled with Hopeheart again. With the posing and stuff. I wanted to do more variety in the posing, but that didn't really happen, so there's Hopeheart. Okay, the next ones are Civitpaw and Claypaw, who I actually drew together because they are Darkspots' children. I think they're just on the brink of becoming warriors, so I drew them bigger. I actually really like their designs. I think it's funny how they look so different, but they're brothers. And also Civitpaw is named after this like creature. I don't know how Darkspots could have known that this thing existed, but his name's Civitpaw, and I drew him to look more similar to a civet. And then I think it's pronounced civet. Anyway, I drew Claypaw to look more like his father, Darkspot. But yeah, so far I think they are both just troublemakers, as you could imagine. I think their descriptions was Civitpaw splashes in puddles, and Claypaw is an avid play fighter or something like that. So I imagine they're very good buddies. They love their life in the clan and stuff, and they can't wait to become warriors. And also, I think at one point they must have gotten into like a fight or something, because Claypaw was described as like glaring at him from across the territory, so there's that. Okay, and the last 2 members of this clan are the 2 kits, who actually decided to draw with their dad, Inkstar. So there's Weedkit and Whisperingkit. Like I said, Weedkit looks literally identical to Weedbotch, and Whisperingkit just looks like a kit. Not much to say about them because they were literally born on the last moon of this year. Yeah, there's that. And that was the first year in bearclan. I hope you enjoyed. If you've subscribed to me before this is a bit different from the content I usually do, but I just want to have fun with this channel and just do what I want, you know? I have a lot of other plans to do besides just like speed paints and stuff. This technically classifies as a speed paint, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you don't think I cringe. When I say that, I don't mean that if you like warrior cats, you're cringe. I'm just making fun of myself. I do plan on doing more of this series whenever I have the chance. I don't know when another episode would be out or whatever. I do plan on doing more, so stick around for that. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Sorry it was mostly rambling because I didn't take proper notes like most people do, but thanks for watching. Bye.